Hey there, guys. There's some good news on the Google Analytics front. Annotations are back. So if you're not familiar with annotations, in the old version of Google Universal, there was the ability to record events. So, a site launched, your site was down, something was going on with your tagging, a new campaign launched, whatever that is, it's going to impact your analytics, right? So very important, like why did that spike in traffic happen 3 months ago? Why did, suddenly conversions drop? Those events that might be impacting anything that you don't remember happening in at the time. So when you're going back and looking at historic data, it's like, what caused that? I don't remember what launched. This is particularly important with, teams of multiple people where they're looking at data. They may not remember that an email campaign launched at a certain time because they're not in charge of the email, or maybe something launched in paid search, a new campaign or something like that. So all of that is to say is that's incredibly important to have that information in your reporting. And for whatever reason, in typical Google fashion, when they launched GA4, they took that away. So why? We don't know. Typical Google. But they finally, after much request and begging and pleading, I'm sure, from various users in the community, they have brought it back. So let's take a look real quick where you can find this in your analytics. So if you just go even to the home report, you see this new little page icon, and it's your annotations icon. Now this should be in most of your most used reports. So in traffic acquisition, under the home channel, that type of stuff. So you should see that in most places. Most interestingly, it's not available, and the annotations are not available in Explorer because, why would you want that, right? Why would you want to know in a custom report like what's happening? So thanks, Google. But anyway, what you can do is in any of these reports where this is available, you click on the annotations, create annotation, and then you give it a title. And so you want to give it a very descriptive title, something that, email, March, let's say March campaign. Sales event. All right. And then you add a description. And then you can add an individual date or a date range. And so maybe that campaign, you want to just show when it launched, maybe on, let's say it launched on Wednesday of last week. Wednesday of last week. Or you can add an end date. So that if it's a range, so it's an ongoing campaign, you want to see how long it ran, and you can apply that date. Now, here's where this gets a little important, is the color coding. So this will show an icon on your report, a little dot on your report. And I would recommend trying to standardize not only the naming convention that you're using to make it easier for everybody in the reporting to understand what the event is and what to look for, but also the color coding. So for instance, maybe if you have a site outage or something is impacting your tagging or something like that, you want to do more of a, emergency color or something like that. If it's a different campaign type or whatever. So maybe you have specific events that are color coded for paid search, specific events that are color coded for email, etc. So whatever those campaigns are, or maybe you started running a TV offline campaign, a TV campaign, and you want to measure the impact of that. Maybe offline stuff has a different color. So that is something you should set up with your team and decide on that convention. And then you create the annotation. Okay, and now you can see in this annotation is right here in our, we're in the traffic acquisition report, and you can hover over it and see the name of the event and associated data in the report for that day. And then if you go back, for instance, to the homepage, you can see that is also available here now as an annotation. So on this date, something with that color code happened. In this case, users dropped for some reason. But you can see the relevant information that there was an event there. So this is incredibly useful for sharing with your team. We have not looked to see if this is available in Looker yet. We'll do that in the near future and give you an update on that. I'm betting it's not. But that aside, this is super useful. So if you're not using annotations yet, if this is new to you, go in and start putting those annotations in there. It's super helpful to understand what happened in the past, what campaigns launched. Make this a regular part of your updates and what you're doing on the in your analytics account, and that way everybody knows what's going on. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if there's other questions you have about Google Analytics, GA4, implementations, Google Tag Manager, any of that kind of stuff, your marketing campaigns. Our agency is more than willing to help you. So contact Apotheca Marketing today, and we can help you with your marketing and analytics needs. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon.